what should be a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. 2-1 and 2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. Dancing to his left. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the give, this is Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my...
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Back to throw, Stafford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the 50 at Stafford. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll look to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go. Here we go. Right.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Back to throw here.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Okay, ready?
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Wide open. 52 blast. Field left. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On the double. Double 38. 3.
They're going to look to throw.
Finds Pickens outright.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
On the set. Check, kick. Black rock.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Stafford.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now Austin. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll throw now on the final play. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Looking to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. 5. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead,
it's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33.
to throw.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Jared Stingley picks it, and the Texans are right back in this football game.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford looking left side, and it's complete.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary of the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he rolls Mahomes across the 20 to the 24-yard line.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now. Have to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins,
72 yards.
and the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But
and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Texans tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
And, my goodness, another interception.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They snap it to Stafford.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the title as this one ends. And understandable, so not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
The partner have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.